So the iPhone 12 Pro models are fantastic. However, there are two big letdowns in the current models, and one is the battery life and the other is also that 60Hz screen. Well, the great news is that is going to change in the iPhone 12s or the iPhone 13, and today I'm going to cover what we know about the 120Hz screen coming to the iPhone, and also what we know about the new larger batteries that are going to be put inside the 2021 models. I'll also do a recap on the latest on the iPhone 13 Pro release date and price with a summary of everything we know so far. So the last Apple event was WWDC, and it was all about software. So some cool info we know is in iOS 15 we will be getting some new FaceTime features and iMessage changes, to name a few. But we're also expecting a new few changes in software to be added in for the iPhone 12s or the iPhone 13, and this will be married up with the new hardware that is going to be put in the new 2021 iPhones. If you follow my videos, you will know that with reports coming in for both the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro models, I'm spitting these leaks out going forwards to keep these videos a bit more simpler. So let's first talk about battery sizes and the 120Hz display report, followed by the release date and then a summary of the iPhone models with their prices. So with batteries in the new 2021 iPhone, it is good news with a leak that is telling us more information about the exact, with the largest found in the iPhone 13 Pro Max, representing an 18% increase in size compared to the iPhone 12 Pro Max. But I think the easiest way to do this, to show you guys how the comparison looks like between the two models of the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 13 batteries, is to do a comparison chart. So looking here, starting with the iPhone 13 model on the left and the 13 mini to begin with on the left, and then the iPhone 12 mini on the right, we have a bigger battery from 2227 to 2406 milliamps. Then for the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro models, as they're the exact same size in body shape and the screen size as well, for example, the 12 and the 12 Pro have a 2815 milliamp battery, and the 13 and the 13 Pro will have a 3095 milliamp battery size. Then finally, the iPhone 13 Pro Max will get a boost from its 3687 milliamps on the 12 to 4352 milliamps on the 13 Pro Max. Just to put things into perspective even more, the longest battery life iPhone to date is the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and that had a 3969 milliamp battery inside, and the 13 Pro Max will have a 4352 milliamp battery inside, and it will also have that A15 chipset that will be even more efficient, so drawing less power than the A13 that is inside the 11 Pro Max. But then there is another leak to confirm at least the iPhone 13 Pro Max battery size, and the battery life is going to be amazing. Just to confirm what Apple means here, we believe Apple will be able to control the screen refresh rate like what recent Android flagships have done, where they're able to control the refresh rate from 120Hz down to 10 or even 1 Hz, depending on what activity or content that is being shown on the screen. So I wouldn't be too worried if you think that 120Hz will drain your battery unless you're looking at 120Hz content all day for this to happen. Now, two additional things just quickly, and one is just a quick new report. We've also heard from John Prosser recently that the new iPhone is now going to be called the 12s, not the 13. Now, to me, this is still up for debate, as far more leaks and reports prefer to say that the new iPhone is going to be called the iPhone 13. So, for now, I'm sticking with the name iPhone 13 until we get more leaks or reports to say so otherwise. This also leads me on nicely to say that all reports and leaks that are coming through are not 100% proof that they will come true for the new iPhone. I can only present to you what I've been told and shown. However, if you're watching this video, then you are as curious as I am in knowing what is going to be said about the next iPhone anyway. One more thing I quickly wanted to... So that is the latest on leaks and also the giveaway. So let's do the release date next. So last year, due to the pandemic, It was really the only year we haven't seen a flagship iPhone released in September in the last 5 years or so. However, with leaks flying around that Apple has started production on the new iPhone earlier this year, it is likely we'll get a September release. In fact, many reports are already showing that this is going to be the case in 2021, with an expected September or early October launch for all the iPhone 13 models. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives believes that the iPhone 13 range will be announced during the 3rd week of September time. That would be a little later than usual, since Apple tends to launch iPhones in the 1st week or 2nd week of that month. But this information does suggest that we may be seeing the iPhone 13 release date as September 24th. I should point out this is a fairly good guess, and it's based on taking Ives' prediction at face value. Apple typically holds its iPhone launch event on a Tuesday, with pre-orders then starting on that same week on the Friday. Then after this, the first wave of iPhones typically arrive in customer hands the following Friday after that. So this means if Ives is correct, we could be seeing the iPhone 13 launch on September 14th, then pre-orders opening on September 17th, and then the release of the iPhone 13 on September 24th. However, at the end of this year, we will also see other Apple events for other Apple products like MacBooks, iPads, Apple Watch and AirPods and loads more. And if you want the latest information about these products, do check out my other videos on this channel and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get the latest info about them. So next, let's talk about the iPhone 13 Pro model prices, and the best way to do this is to give you a summary of what we know so far for all the models. Let's start with the summary of the iPhone 13 Pro. As I said, many more leaks will come along and they'll be added to this list, so this was subject to change as it were, but this is everything that we know so far. And also in all my other videos coming up in the future for the iPhone 13 Pro models, if there are any kind of leaks that kind of link to any of the information here, I will go over those leaks again. So first of all, the screen. It will be a 6.1 inch screen just like the iPhone 12 Pro, and it will be an LTPO LED display. This is a slightly different kind of display that we have like inside the iPhone 12, the iPhone 11 and below that for an OLED display, but like I said, other leaks are coming in to talk about that further on in other videos. But the resolution of this display is 2532 by 1170. Also at the same time as well, leaks are showing that we are most likely finally this year going to be getting a ProMotion display, and what that basically means in normal language is a 120Hz refresh rate display. So this basically means that the display will refresh itself 120 times per second. And finally, the iPhone 13 Pro would have caught up with kind of Android rivals that also give this option right now. For storage, we get 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, and for the first time 1TB of storage, as according to some new leaks. We're also getting the A15 Bionic. Again, other leaks have talked about this and the specifications behind this actual chipset, and it also comes with 5G connectivity. However, Apple will be borrowing a Qualcomm 5G modem again, just like what they did in the iPhone 12 models. Again, this iPhone is going to be equipped with 6GB of RAM, just like the iPhone 12 Pro, and also it'll have a stainless steel body frame, what again is very similar to the design we've got on the 12 Pro. But as leaks have told us, the actual frame will be actually slightly thicker to accommodate a bigger battery, what I'll get onto in a moment. On the rear, we will have a triple camera and LiDAR sensor, and as leaks have shown already, there's going to be lots of changes and modifications to those camera setup on the back of the actual iPhone 13 Pro. Then for battery size, we